If you don't have a man, clap your hands. If you don't have a man, clap your hands.
It's okay if you're not okay today. It's okay if you still haven't gotten over it.
Good night to me. I love myself so much. I mean the world to me.
I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but that feeling when you feel like you're alone, and it can't get any lonelier than this, bro.
Bro.
Why are you single?
When I like them, they don't like me. When they like me, I don't like them.
I'm a single woman in her 40s. I can date you or your daddy, so quit playing. I'm a single woman in her 40s. I've probably performed a background check on you and scanned "Are we dating the same guy?" for your photo before you've even told me your last name.
Does she think this will attract men?
I'm a single woman in her 40s. I'll say, "Hey, I know a place," and then I'll drop you off at therapy.
I'm currently sitting alone in my apartment. It is 1 a.m. I'm drinking water out of a wine glass because it's the only thing I have clean. And all of my friends are either with their boyfriends, with their husbands, with someone. And I feel like the odd one out because I don't have anyone. I have myself and my dog.
If you're over 30, still single, and wish you weren't, I've got some good and bad news for you. The bad news is it's your fault.
Finally, I hear a woman saying that it's the women's fault. No matter how many times I say it, I'm just a misogynist. I'm an incel.
The good news is, because it's your fault, you can do something about it. First, get your butt outside. You are not going to meet a 10 sitting on your couch. Second, learn to flirt.
Yeah, I was wrong. She is still delusional. Nobody will meet a 10 because they're not a 10. You're not perfect.
Starting can be as simple as paying a playful compliment like, "You have a phenomenal smile," to the barista who makes your coffee in the mornings. And third, close this app. Let's be honest, it is mostly a distraction.
So
They use TikTok as dating apps. If you only knew how many videos a day I see where they are just trying to attract men. They're using TikTok like Instagram, but instead of pictures, they post videos.
I'm 30 and single, and the number one question I get asked is, why are you still single? And I've been trying to figure out the reason, like I'm trying to put it into words as to why I'm so picky, I guess, quote unquote picky. And it's like, it's not that I haven't been on dates, or it's not that I haven't had boyfriends before, but it's more so that I just haven't been wowed, you know?
They're all looking for Prince Charming to wow them, to take them on trips, to take them on his private plane. You're not a princess. You're not a 10.
I don't know. It's not the whole like, oh, you shouldn't feel butterflies in your stomach. You shouldn't feel infatuated. Like, I know. But I don't know if anyone feels this way, where you go on dates and you're not like, wow, that was amazing.
That's how men feel each day, going on dates. Whoa, she just used me for a free dinner. Whoa.
I don't know, am I wrong?
Do not get comfortable with being single for too long. It's going to bite you in the ass if you do. You get very comfortable being single. You get comfortable being in your own world, your own routines, nobody else telling you what to do. I should actually preface that and say that no one should ever tell you what to do, but being like, hey, we have dinner plans with so-and-so at this day, this time, be there, be ready. Don't be fearful of commitment. Do not be fearful of getting in a relationship. Do not push somebody away and self-sabotage because you are not used to somebody else being a part of your life. Be single for as long as you need. Do your thing, do your healing work, have your fun, but don't ever pass up the opportunity of being with a good person because you're used to being alone.
That's why I say some women are unteachable. They all get used to being a certain way. They all been used to hearing the same thing over and over for years. So why would you be with a woman like that? Because she'll just try to change you.
Unless your intentions are to be single for the rest of your life, your foundation of a strong, healthy relationship is going to narrow down with you being okay with allowing yourself to be vulnerable with somebody that you love. So don't push them away. Just do what you got to do and keep yourself out there and go on those dates.
In today's episode of I Am 30, I Am Single, I Live Alone, I think that I am having some sort of existential crisis. I decided that I'm going to leave my well-paying corporate job at the end of the month, and what I didn't realize is that my life is really expensive, which my mom calls to tell me every single day. And she calls to tell me what a mistake I am making. However, I am being a girl, and I have decided that the thing that is going to make me feel better is I got dressed up. I'm going to go for a hot girl walk. I did a meditation where I manifest.
Who would have thought that your career won't fulfill your life? Who would have thought?
My future. And that is how I am going to handle things, Mom. Then because my dating life is in shambles too, I decided that I would re-download Hinge. And I don't know what I think that Hinge is going to do for me, but
Nothing.
I check that shit regularly. And I don't know who I think is going to save me on there, but I have been asked.
Guys, who is going to save her? She's asking to be saved.
Multiple times, what are you doing in Austin? When did you move to Austin? These are the conversations I am having. I am not improving my love life. So anyway, I say all that to say that if your life, if you are a little bit in shambles right now, go for a walk, manifest, meditate.
That's why you're single, because you talk like this. I don't go on manifestations and on meditations. I work on logic and on facts.
And just live in delusion.
Yes, finally, you admit it.
She was like, how old are you? I said 27. She's like, and you've never had a boyfriend? And I like never really cared. But there's something about her like saying that really hit me this time, because like I've never been on even like 2 dates with the same person. Like even guys I've talked to or like hooked up with, they'll slowly stop talking to me, and then I find out they have a girlfriend or they get into a new relationship. Like,
Yeah, they just wanted to smash. You don't know how to choose the good guys. You only choose the bad boys that you like, that are attractive to you, and then they smash you and then they leave. And you find out that they're getting married or they have a girlfriend, of course.
a week later. And like when I was younger and I didn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I'd be like, it's because I'm fat. I used to weigh like
Boyfriend or girlfriend. That's one of the reasons you're single.
320 pounds. I lost 160 pounds. It's not like I'm being hit up every day, every week, even every month with like people in my DMs or like messaging me on Snapchat trying to get with me. It's like no one hits me up. It's not even like I'm being selective with who I'm picking and like turning people away. It's just like people aren't coming up to me, and I don't understand. Not like I have an issue with people like wanting to hook up with me, but if it tries to go a step further, they're like, absolutely not, no. I don't want to just like hook up with random people that
You have to get off of TikTok and think, why is this happening to me? Why does no man want to take me seriously? You have some red flags. Something you're doing, something you're saying is driving men off. They don't want to be in a relationship with you. Figure that out, and then you will be successful.
I don't know, so I'll tell people that I don't want to hook up with them until I know them, and then they're like, well, you're a prude. I'm like, I literally can't win. Why it's like hitting me so hard this time is the fact that she had the audacity to ask by choice, and I just sit there and I'm like, no, it's not by choice.
1-900-9099-CRY.
We're single girls who live alone. Of course, we're going to have conversations with ourselves throughout the day.
Okay, I should probably eat. But what do I want?
We're single girls who live alone. Of course, we're going to binge watch true crime and then double lock our doors at night.
You was up to something, Jabber, and I called you, and I told you.
We're single.
I've never met a woman that didn't like horror movies. Not one in my entire life. That's why they pick the bad boys. That's why they like excitement in their life. They don't like boring men. That's how they are.
Girls who live alone. Of course, the only thing in our freezer is fruit for our smoothies and a bottle of vodka. We're single girls who live alone. Of course, we're going to randomly break out into song.
Let's fast forward to 300, take our coffees later.
I think there are so many women in this sort of situation who end up single in their 30s who are amazing, and they don't seem to be meeting the right, well, you know, a guy.
Maybe, this is a crazy idea. Maybe they're not amazing. Not to men. That's why they're still single.
Guy that matches up to their level. But I think there's something to be said about the fact that when you are in your 30s and you have your own success and you've built your own life and you're independent, you don't need someone. So they have to be really, really special for you to want to actually invest your time in them.
Then why are so many women on TikTok complaining that they can't find a man, crying how lonely it is in their 30s? Why? You're strong and independent. You shouldn't even be doing TikTok. You shouldn't be looking for attention because you're strong and independent. You don't need that.
It is 6:15 p.m. on a Tuesday, and here's what your night looks like when you are 30, single, and you live alone. I just did a workout for the first time this week, so I felt like in order to treat myself, I need to order myself a sweet little treat dinner. So I spent 30 minutes on DoorDash trying to figure out, do I want poke? Do I want Thai food? Like, what is it exactly that I want? And I didn't come up with anything. And because it's January and I'm trying to save money, I decided that I'm just gonna heat up a Trader Joe's frozen dinner like the millennial that I am. And while that's cooking, I'm gonna finally do the dishes that I have been prolonging, that have been piling up in my sink. And although I'm gonna wanna do something productive tonight, I am just gonna watch Southern Charm because
I can't understand what man wouldn't want to date her. She has all these qualities.
I made the genius decision to binge watch Southern Charm over the holidays, and now I have made my way to the reunion of season 6, and I think I have a crush on Austin. Is that bad to admit? Should I not be liking Austin?
These are my girls that are 30 and single. Here's the deal. We've got to stop dogging on being 30. Jesus started his ministry at 30. David, Joseph started their role as king at 30.
Yes, they were men, they weren't women. Women have a biological clock. Men, if they want to get married with you, most of them want kids. So, for a man to be in his 30s and single is not a big deal, but it's not the same for a woman. We are not the same.
It is only culture that's telling us that 30 is old and decrepit. Y'all, 30 for me, I am flirty, I am 30, and I am thriving. We have got to start bringing that saying back, because here's the thing.
But you're still single, so all of that doesn't matter.
Culture's going to tell you that you're old, but Jesus is going to tell you that you are wiser. Culture's going to tell you that you are hopeless if you're still single at 30, when Jesus is sitting here going, I'm just getting started.
And I'm going to tell you, if men don't choose you till you're 30, there is something wrong with you. And you need to change. But that's just me.
What voice are you listening to? I don't know about you, but I am grateful for the years that I am older and wiser. I am grateful for what the Lord has done in the last few years of my life. 20s, I was so insecure. And now the Lord is like, man, welcome to 30, baby.
I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. A person who's comfortable being on their own is a powerful fucking person. If you disrespect them, they'll walk away.
Yeah.
If you overstep their boundaries, they'll walk away.
This is the abundance mindset that I've been telling you about, guys. I see so many guys that are afraid of losing the woman that they're with, even though they saw all the red flags. And in their subconscious, they know it won't last, but they're too afraid. A man that has an abundance mindset is not afraid to walk away.
You see, a person who's comfortable being all on their own by themselves with no one else keeps their boundaries in place. They keep their standards high, and they won't ever negotiate on their values, ever. See, if you're comfortable being on your own, then you, my friend, become unfuckwithable.
The holiday season can be a painful reminder of your singleness. There are so many holiday events that you may go to with friends or family, and while everybody goes home with someone, you go home by yourself. And so you didn't already wonder, what the heck is going on? Why am I still single? It's just a little bit more prevalent now during this time of year. And that is a very crappy and isolating feeling. I know that there's a reason why I am single, why we are single in this season of life. And I'm trying my hardest to make the best of it and be positive. But it's really hard, especially when you get to an age where the majority of your friends are not in that space and cannot relate as much as they try to. I'm going to continue to get comfortable in my alone time, but I mean, I've been doing it for quite some time now.
Yeah, keep doing it for 10 more years and then make new TikToks. Let's see if your mindset has changed.
When is that done?
Guys, I don't have any new questions to answer. Let me know down in the comments some good questions and I'll do it in the next video.